Hello, my name is Dean Eady, and I am the Dean of Enrollment Services here at Atlanta Technical College. I'm going to spend the next few minutes going over some important enrollment services, procedures, policies, and dates. This information will help you with identifying important due dates, changes in admissions requirements, no-show procedures, withdrawal dates, and final grade submission procedures. Let's get started. We will start with the academic calendar. The academic calendar will be published semester by semester on the college website and in SharePoint. The internal version will be published in SharePoint. This calendar includes additional dates that are directly related to faculty and staff only. The external version of the calendar will be published on the college website. This calendar includes only the dates that students and the general public will be most interested in. There are 3 columns on the calendar. Each column represents one of the 3 parts of term. We have Term 1, which is our full 16-week term, Term 2, which is our first 8-week term that ends at midterm, and Term 3, our second 8-week term that begins after midterm. To find the internal version of the calendar, you will need to navigate to SharePoint. Select Enrollment Services from the list of Academic and Student Affairs offices. Once that page opens, the first item on the list will be Academic Calendars. Click to open that folder, and once you do, you will see a list of all the published academic calendars. The external version of the calendar will be published on the college's website. In the search box, type in calendar, and you will be directed to the campus calendar page. This page will list all of the active semester calendars that have been published to the website. The beginning of the semester can be very busy. While there is a lot going on, there are a few dates that you should keep in mind. The Term 1 and 2 start dates. The drop-add period, which is the first 3 days of class. This is the time period where students can add additional classes to their schedule. They can also drop classes without any academic or financial penalty during this time period. The no-show due date and time. We will talk more about this on a later slide. The final rollout and purge. More information about this will be shared during the semester. The mini break. Yes, during the fall and spring semester, there will be a 2-day mini break in between Term 2 and Term 3. These days typically fall on a Thursday and Friday, so you actually end up with a 4-day weekend. That is, if you submit your leave request and it is approved. We will also need to look at the last date a student can withdraw and receive a W, and then the start dates for Term 3 and the drop-add dates for Term 3. All dates are important. So we admonish you to keep a copy of the calendar or save the link so that you can readily access it throughout the semester. Now let's talk about the new admissions procedures that apply to placement test waivers and unofficial transcripts. For the 2020-2021 academic year, Atlanta Technical College has adopted the recommendation by the Commissioner to suspend the admissions procedure that requires students to complete placement testing and submission of official transcripts. What does this mean for Atlanta Technical College? Placement tests are not required for entrance. We will, however, review students' high school GPAs to determine the placement. Applicants who earned a 2.6 cumulative high school GPA will be eligible to enter associate degree programs. Applicants who earned a 2.0 cumulative high school GPA will be eligible to enter all certificate and degree programs. While test scores are not required, we will accept test scores from any prospective student who has previously tested and can provide us with their scores. It also means that official transcripts are not required for admissions purposes. If a student is unable to obtain an official transcript, an unofficial transcript can be sent to the institution and can be used for admissions purposes only. The admissions office will follow up with students during their first semester of enrollment to obtain the official copy. No-show procedures. The Technical College System of Georgia defines a no-show as a student whose name appears on a class roster but fails to show up to class, or who has not participated in an online class. For the 2020-2021 academic year, all students will be required to complete the COVID module within the first 7 days of class. Students who fail to complete this module should be marked as a no-show. Where, how, and when do I submit my no-shows? Instructors must submit no-shows utilizing the midterm grade roster in Banner Web. For every course assigned to an instructor, they must input an indicator of NS or PR next to each student. The NS is for the no-show. The PR is for present. Reminder, a student should be marked as a no-show if they did not complete the COVID module within the first 7 days of class. No-shows must be submitted by 8 a.m. on the published deadline as listed on the academic calendar. The steps on submitting the NS and PRs will be communicated via email on the first day of class. Withdrawal procedures. Students will be permitted to withdraw from their courses beginning the 4th day of class until the last day of class as published on the academic calendar. The withdrawal without academic penalty period begins the 4th day of class each term and ends at the 60% point in the term. After the 60% point in the term, the student is subject to receive a WP or WF. Again, the student will receive a grade of W should they withdraw prior to the 60% point in the semester, a grade of WP, withdraw passing, or WF, withdraw failing, should they withdraw after the 60% point in the term. The sole responsibility to officially withdraw from the college or a specific course lies with the student. If the student is withdrawing from one or more courses before the 60% withdrawal deadline, this can be done through Banner Web. If a student is withdrawing from all courses, they will need to complete an official withdrawal form, which can be located on the college's website. Z-grade withdrawals. At this point in time, this procedure is subject to change. Any changes will be communicated via email. Z-grades were implemented during the spring semester of 2020 due to the impact of the global pandemic. Z-grades are equivalent to a withdrawal, but these grades do not count in a student's attempted hours, nor do they count in a student's GPA. To receive a Z grade during the 2020-2021 academic year, a student must self-identify as being impacted by the global pandemic or COVID. The Enrollment Services Office will need an official withdrawal form from the student to provide evidence or proof of how the global pandemic or COVID has impacted them and their ability to be successful in their courses. A written statement outlining how they have been impacted by COVID will suffice. Final grade submission. While it may be a few months away, it is important to be aware of the final grade submission process. If you are teaching a Term 2 course, this date will be here sooner than you know. Notifications will be sent via email indicating that Banner is open for final grade submission. Final grades can be submitted via the Blackboard integration or logging into your Banner web account. Final grades must be submitted by 8 a.m. on the published deadline date as listed on the academic calendar. Missing grade rosters will be forwarded to all deans the morning grades are due. Earned F grades. Students who have earned a failing grade in the course must receive an LDA, which is a last date of attendance. An earned F grade indicates that the student completed the course, and when all grades are tallied up, the percentage of the grade is equal to an F. The LDA that accompanies an F grade will correspond to the date that you are entering your grades. Assigned F grades. Students who stop attending class without officially withdrawing from class risk being assigned a grade of F. If a student does not officially withdraw, the instructor may issue a final grade of F. The last date of attendance for assigned F grades will be the day that student last attended or participated in an academically related activity. A grade of F is the only grade that requires an LDA.